1. Hello and welcome to a very, very special episode of Power Rangers Ancient Charge versus Shinobi Charge. Before we start with the news of today, we wanted to take a moment and give condolences to Jason David Frank's family and friends, both Ranger community and otherwise, as unfortunately one of our great childhood heroes has passed away. We wanted to say thank you to Jason David Frank for all the inspiration and just wonderful memories he gave everyone in the Ranger community as a whole. His energy will be sorely missed. We give the character of Tommy a lot of crap here on Project Squadron, but he was still one of our heroes. So we'll miss you. With that being said, our Rangers have just returned from the mirror world. And had their morphers crumble in their hands. Yeah, Artemis, your powers are gone now.
Added salt to that, they all cried before they crumbled.
A little bit.
It's okay. She's badass without it.
Later the same day, Dare and unfortunately, right now, Dare is the only Shinobi Charge Ranger. So, Dare, you are you are with Cameron. As he's kind of looking over the remains of your morpher. And it's literally just dust. You guys kind of put it all in a little bag. He goes, this isn't repairable. I'm going to have to talk to Tommy. Do you guys know what happened?
I have a theory, but it's only just that.
What's the theory?
I believe that the strain of going from one universe to another and attempting and failing multiple times over to morph, and then when we morphed into that in that space in between, that it just strained the morpher to the point of where it shattered itself. But from the stories that I hear of what you yourself and several others did in the space between space and the worlds of at large out there, and then Dare just stops there and just stares in his hands, trying to say words, but he just has nothing come to mind.
He places it on a little machine and kind of scans it. He goes, I think you're way off base, unfortunately. It appears as though your connection to the grid itself has been shattered.
You know, Ozzy said something about that, I think. And I didn't want to believe him. But the more that I think on it, the more plausible it sounds. And the less that I like it.
Yeah.
Are we in like our little the headquarters or something like that, like the main area where they're sitting at a table or something like that?
Yeah, he's kind of like in his. You guys are basically sitting in like his lab area, where he like works on all of his development stuff. And he's going over scans. He's scanned you and um, Kyosuke and Katie are laying on the tables, kind of behind you, um, kind of passed out, and he's scanning them presently. You were the first to awake. He's now scanning Katie, and then he'll scan Kyosuke.
I have another idea, if you don't mind. Check. You said our connection to the morphing grid is broken, shattered, what have you. Is it specifically that spectrum?
The grid, you're cut off from the grid at all.
You watch Dare's, like Dare's shoulders actually just like sink.
That isn't to say that it couldn't be repaired.
No, I know, but it's just one of those things that's like, the more that I think on it, that's just. He puts his hand a hand to his temple and he just like like pinches his brow and he's just like, it's flabbergasting, and I hate that I'm getting so frustrated and confused on it.
Yeah. As
I
you're
think I chose the wrong line of work.
no. Let me speak with Tommy. We'll see what can be done.
Yeah, yeah. Can I set up a conference call with Master Hunter sometime in the near future?
Of course. I will. I'll make sure we get a hold of him.
Yeah, there's something I think I need to get off my chest finally.
That's fair. The scene shifts over where we find Ozzy, Ewan, and Artemis with Dr. Tommy Oliver in another part of the base. Tommy's performing a similar scan on the remains of your own morphers. It seems as though you guys this doesn't look good, guys. It looks like you've been cut off from the grid somehow. As though your powers were completely drained from you.
Right. Is there anything we can do?
Maybe. How are you all feeling about it? Are you all okay?
It feels like something's been taken from us.
Yeah, that is true. You would think being more quiet would be something people look forward to, but kind of like having the Zords to talk to.
Understandable.
I didn't really have my powers very long, so I don't really feel the same as the others.
I understand.
But by every sense of it, it doesn't really feel right. But it could be linked back to the gateway we powered. That could have taken more of us than we thought.
Tell me about the gate. What did you see? How did you activate them?
There were 4 pillars, each tied to our spectrums. Both
Okay.
Ancient Charge and Shinobi.
Okay.
We just had to get close to them, and then they siphoned off our spectrum power. And then powered a central gateway, which led us back to the cyber cafe.
Haley's sitting in the corner, running an analysis on the remains of your morphers. She looks up and she goes, "It's very likely that your powers themselves were drained from you and that was a trap." We're going to need to reconnect you all to the morphing grid.
Fortunately, there wasn't much choice in the
How do
matter
we?
where or the other. We were trapped there if we didn't.
Then it was a perfect trap.
And by all indications, the enemy that was there, the one that trapped you guys originally, from all looks of it, didn't want us to leave.
Ozzy, you were going to say something?
What? How do we reconnect ourselves to the morphing grid? What do we need to do? We can't just leave the city unprotected.
No. I think we need to call Cam.
Who now?
We need to call Cameron. We need to meet with Cameron. Come on. He leads the 3 of you down the hallways. You guys are all in the same base, but you guys are in different sections. You guys were in different sections. You guys enter Cam's lab, and he goes, Tommy, I was just coming to look for you and them." The 2 of them kind of step off to the side, and the scene focuses in on them. They look at each other and they go, I think it's time. I think so too. We'll need to get them new coins. And I think it's time for you all to get stronger.
Okay.
We believe the enemy is going to make their move soon. So it's better that we get you powered up sooner than later.
Stronger sounds interesting. I got a certain green idiot that needs to be taken care of.
I didn't do anything to you.
Not you.
No, there's another one. There's another one.
Different green idiot.
Oh,
Plus, I wouldn't call you an idiot.
I hope not.
I'd like to interject with a key word for that sentence. Yet.
No.
I feel like you want to call me a green idiot.
The
Idiot? No. Jerk? Yes.
we'll contact Billy and get some new coins sent in.
do it.
Have a
Even with the
mint of
coin,
those? Is that
are-
you got like a surplus? I'm confused on how that works.
The coins act as a conduit. The power source itself is different. It's not likely that the coins themselves will be enough to repower you. We're going to have to go to Japan. This is Cameron
no.
speaking.
Is this just the ninjas, or is this everyone?
No, I think it's all of us.
What do you think, Tommy? I think so. There's a similar. I think so. The Dino Princess says she detects a power source very similar to the Dino Gems. For you ancient Charge Rangers, that could be the key to restoring your powers as well.
Anything to get us back up and running.
if nothing else, it doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah. For you Shinobis, Cam takes over again. For you Shinobis, we're going to have to go meet an old friend.
How old and how friendly.
Well, they're Power Rangers like you. And us. We're going to have to go meet the Samurai Rangers, who are presently in Japan.
Oh no, not them again.
Again?
I feel like you have some kind of animosity against them.
It's a long story. I'll just keep it at that.
Did they hurt you? Where did I put
It's
that
a
doll?
long story.
Where
Let's
did I put,
just leave it at
he's
that.
looking around to see if there's a doll anywhere nearby.
We'll make the
I can't find them.
we'll make the necessary preparations. You all go rest up for the evening. We'll be leaving first thing in the morning.
Air actually gently knocks on the table in front of him, and he's just like, "Let's hope that we don't wake up in another universe again."
No, that shouldn't happen again. Haley put some blocking on that. Each of you leave the room all together, kind of. I imagine the feeling is very downtrodden, melancholy, as for each of you, the connection to the grid meant something different. You're still kind of wrapping your head around all this ranger business. You're not even sure what being a ranger even means to you yet. You can kind of tell your teammates are definitely, they feel different than when you first met them. They seemed more confident. Now it's almost as though their confidence has been shaken.
I guess we're going to Japan.
You all kind of go down. You meet kind of in the commissary area of the new base. Each of you sitting down. Are you guys going to take this opportunity to talk to each other, the four of you?
Bear keeps his hands in like over his face, like the upper parts of his face for the most part, and he's still just like, I really, really am sorry for not being a gracious host right now, guys.
I'm incredibly curious as to your beef with these people.
The samurai?
Yeah.
We're gonna tell those kind of stories. I'm gonna go get popcorn.
You're gonna want to get more than just popcorn, but all right.
Do you want something strong? I don't think we have. I don't know if we have that.
I was disallowed from drinking alcohol a while ago due to the pain medications, but anywho.
Let's
I
go some mixed
have
popcorn.
Dare sighs heavily, and he just he finally reveals his face. I have no true animosity towards the Samurai Rangers. Japan is where my accident happened.
Oh, so your beef is with Japan.
I don't think you should have a
Yes.
beef with an island. It'll win.
No, it's moreover their systems, and more than likely, the ship that I was docked or that I was attached to while I was still in the service is still over there. So there's the chance that I'll run into them.
Japan's a big place. You'll be fine.
Not really.
I mean, like compared to the U.S., it's not, but it's you know, it's like a whole country.
Reef, we're in Reefside, right? DM.
Yes.
That's would be in, I think it was California, was it?
Uh,
Yeah.
both Blue Bay Harbor and Reefside are in California. In fact, they are within 10 miles of each other.
Ozzy, I truly mean no disrespect, but I am curious. Have you been out of California before?
No.
Okay. It's big. Very big.
Yeah.
The entirety of the country of Japan is very large, but at the same time, yes, you are correct. It is small, but it is still a big country.
That's what I was saying.
I mean, depending on where we're going, it's very likely that we could still run into it.
He kind of sighs again, and this time a little heavier. I'm just not wanting to meet anyone from over there because before I had my accident, I was offered a place in SPD.
And so you think that going back there would tell them that you're ready to go to SPD, or you just don't want to have that conversation because you're uncomfortable, or
The
I
latter.
think at present it would be more feel like a failure.
I
Also
mean,
that.
if it was an accident beyond your control, what's
The
you know
investigation is still going on. However, the agent that was supposed to be in charge of it said that there was a person that deliberately activated the system that electrocuted myself and my partner.
Oh.
and the investigation hasn't turned anything up yet that you've heard.
That is correct.
Maybe going there might get you some closure.
His fist kind of tightens, like right in front of his face, and he's just like, every time I hear that word, every time I hear that phrase,
You can keep running from it, but it's still going to be there.
I know. I know.
But
I just wasn't expecting to go there so soon.
true, but
It's
we might
understandable.
not even go anywhere near that. So you could avoid it entirely.
We could, yeah.
So best not to worry about it until we get there. Plus, I've always wanted to see Japan. I've been a few places, but don't think I've been to Japan quite yet.
It is
I've been
definitely
to
somewhere I will recommend to everyone.
I've been to several alternate dimensions, but I've never really left the country.
True.
Japan as a location for vacation never really interested me.
God, being a ranger is weird.
I mean, we've only could really experience like a fraction of what the veteran rangers have?
Well, I mean, when you go searching for dino guts, it becomes quite interesting.
I'm
Why
sorry.
was there
I'm gonna need
dino
that
guts?
story right quick.
I didn't have to do that. Is that something we have to
What,
do?
Dino Guts?
He looks at Ozzy like,
Yes.
in all seriousness. Really?
Yeah.
Gonna write a passage for us?
Y'all had to climb inside some kind of dinosaur or something like that? I'm confused now.
No,
No,
it's more like the dino guts were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, they're inside
That's a
you.
horrible way to
Everyone has
describe your
them.
friends.
So you ate a dinosaur's guts, and then you had
Well,
to.
yes.
I'm very
but-
confused now.
Yeah, well, yes. Not necessarily the guts. Maybe more like you've seen the Flintstones, right? More
Uh-huh.
like the big slab of meat,
I
like
feel like
Fred.
that phrase right
Fred
there
ate.
just broke Raivo and not Artemis.
What?
We had to eat them. Give you an
Bear
extra.
straight face looks at Artemis and just like, "What's a Flintstone?"
You guys had very different experiences in becoming rangers than I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a trip.
I technically stole my powers.
See, I didn't have to steal them.
I think technically I stole them from you.
No. Because
No, I was always meant for green.
yeah, no, Alder was the one that
Alder's the
technically
one that
quote
stole
unquote.
Alder
took
stole
it.
them from you.
Yeah. Yours is true. Your Artemis's and Ewan's are true. Mine is technically true. I had to pass this ginormous test. You're technically the only one that is a quote unquote thief,
Yeah.
I
but you were
mean-
chosen by the grid.
Exactly. From
Yeah.
my understanding, the grid chooses and it chose me, therefore I'm legit.
Precisely.
But anyway, short story. We went into the grid. We found. I don't know. How do you describe this dude?
They're looking over at you and
Ozzy.
it's just like went into the grid. He's like quiet, like mouthing the entire word. It's just like went
We
in-
needed to get our
That's been
Zords.
easy
Um,
or entirely safe.
yeah, no, he was like this like dude who was like kind of a ranger, but it was like a weird like he wasn't. It was different from like how we're rangers, and like there were dinosaurs,
Yeah.
Oh, you
and then he
No,
taught
that
us how
was-
to find the dino
So
guts.
in this
But that
room,
was-
we're the
but
only
that was-
sane ones, right there.
But that's the second stop we made. We don't talk about the first stop we made.
You see Ozzy like kind of like nervously like grab his wrist when she brings up the first location they went to.
Judging by that look, I don't think your situation is nearly as bad anymore.
Yeah, no, never mind. No, I'm good. Yeah. I'll take the lived through an electrocution any day comparatively to what the hell you guys are talking about.
Yeah, it was quite interesting.
To say
I'm
the
glad
least.
I didn't have my powers the entire time. If you guys had to go through that.
The first part was bad. The second part was interesting. That
Kinda
the
fun.
gentleman with the Brachiosaurus was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, he had a Brachiosaurus.
Hmm?
Before we get too off track and continue rambling like this, how's about we get more than just popcorn in us? Eh?
All right.
I could go for some food.
Do you want a fireman dinner or do we want a normal dinner?
Well, when are we getting out of here?
I presume it's tomorrow morning. However, because they're giving us the rest of the evening to relax and try to collect your composure before we make the big journey. And I don't know if we got some kind of hocus pocusy teleportation thing or if we're gonna take a plane ride
You
over.
guys aren't gonna answer me. I'm gonna make a fireman dinner. It's gonna be your fault when we have all these leftovers.
Proper dinner, but dessert first.
You will have dinner first, and then you'll have dessert.
You're in my house. You're going by my rules. We're having dessert first.
Okay? You can make dessert. You can make the dessert you want to eat first.
I'm
If I'm
going
making
to
dinner,
wait.
then you're not eating dessert first.
As you're
Ladies, you're
as
both
the
beautiful.
as the argument continues, as you guys discuss what to do for dinner, the scene fades away. The following morning, you are all, each of you, all six, are handed coins. New coins similar to your old ones, but unlike your old ones, they lack the symbols. They are not sufficient enough to repower some new morphers.
They're bare, kind of, right?
Yep. They are a power source, but they need to be connected. They are a conduit, but they need to be connected to a new power source. You are all. Each of you gets on a plane. Your next day and a half is spent traveling to Japan. You have like a 6-hour layover.
Sounds about
I
on
hate
par.
those.
Oh, it's like because the only layover place that you can get is either California or Hawaii. So it's either really good or really bad. There's no in between.
Yeah. You guys make your trip to Japan. You guys have a nice 6-hour layover in Hawaii.
Really good. Really good.
You guys don't really get to leave the airport, so you guys are kind of stuck there. But you guys got some souvenirs.
I feel like someone had to keep an eye on you, and otherwise he would have gone off and tried to explore.
You all
So
the
his fatal
following
flaw is merch. Got it.
you all get you all arrive in Japan. You are set to meet an individual by the name of Koji or Kenji. You're all supposed to meet an individual by the name of Kenji.
Did we get a description on Kenji? I don't remember getting a description on Kenji. Dare? Do you know?
I would like each of you to roll a brawn check.
Oh,
Oh, yay. This will be fun.
19 and a 3.
I got a 16. Yay.
Ozzy,
I really
you
enjoy
are
using
tired.
LeBron.
You are inflicted with the
Yeah.
tired status.
What does that mean?
It means you have a snag on all rolls for the day.
Oh,
Jet lag.
wonderful.
You are exhausted. Level 1.
You did
Uh,
not
Lee-
take any of your. You didn't take your nap on the way here, did you, Ozzy?
I can't sleep on
Dare,
planes.
Ewan, and Artemis all got a semi decent nap. Artemis is you're kind of like I'm just a little tired, but I'm not super tired. You're not afflicted with the tired status. And then we
Come on,
will.
buddy. Let's get
I
you
will
some
go.
coffee.
Mean, my dude.
I will go ahead and roll for the other two there.
Dramamine, my dudes. It's the wonderful thing.
Brawn.
Yeah, it is, except if the person
Katie
next to
rolled
you
acceptable.
doesn't stop talking and
I
forces you to
eventually
stay
fell
awake.
asleep.
And I need one for Kyosuke.
Didn't you
16.
get one
Kyosuke
of
is good.
those little headphone things, or are you not able to fall asleep with headphones in?
It's the movement and the a little bit scared of heights.
Yeah, that's what the Dramamine's for. It's supposed to be a motion sickness medicine, and for some
Here,
people, it actually.
I think we need to A-team.
Yeah, I know. Wait, did you just say A-team him?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Don't worry, Mr. T. It'll be fine.
I mean, I'm game.
We're
You
not thinking him.
you were given a picture of Kenji, and he is a friend of Cam's. You guys get there. This man looks so tired, and obviously like he's been overworked massively. He goes, welcome. I will be taking you to Master Jaden's home. He helps you all get into a cab. As each of you gets into the cab, I would like each of you. I want the Ancient Charge Rangers
Okay.
to make an alertness check.
Oh no.
I have a thing. There's a thing.
Famously alert group.
Speak for yourself.
I was gonna say, it's like I would hope your sharpshooter has a little bit of alertness.
Yeah. I have
Actually, you wouldn't be part of this check, my man.
I'm not?
Nope.
Oh.
Just me and Artemis.
Just you and Artemis.
Dino
Good.
Gun.
Well,
Tries when I'm awake. Okay, enough.
it's all up to you, Art.
Actually, a little bit sad, but I didn't have to.
Oh no.
Artemis, you could have swore you heard a familiar name. You could have swore you heard somebody say how he misses James. But as you look around, you don't see any Americans that you recognize.
The source.
You can't identify it. There's a lot of people around. Like a lot. I mean, you're coming into the international airport in Japan. You just
It's a big place.
and a part of you would twinge at that, I would feel.
Yeah, she's on high alert now. So she'll be constantly looking now.
Do you relay that information to Ozzy, or are you just kind of keeping it to yourself?
Right now it's to herself, just for the main fact of she can't be sure that she actually heard it.
Yeah. The drive to the vacation home of Jaden and his family starts out quiet enough. However, as you guys begin to leave town towards the edge of Tokyo, a fight breaks out. You begin to see Kelzacs appear everywhere. There's 10 of them. They stop the car. Each of you jumps out. We're going to do a cinematic fight here. So the way these rolls are going to work is I will all have you roll an attack roll. Keep in mind, you do not have your powers. So that means you can only use unarmed combat. Okay? So that means you're basically making might or brawn checks. Or
Right.
or finesse for if you're a finesse fighter. But
Quick question. Is there a way to get rid of the tired status?
Nope. You got to sleep, my guy. And you need sleep.
Real quick question before we go into the cinematic. Did she hear it before she got in the car, or
Yes.
All right, that's all I needed.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Boy, here we go at punching again.
Go
I'm
ahead.
good at punching.
each of you jumps out and kind of starts to go at, even Kenji jumps out and he starts to. He's helping fight. He's helping defend the civilians. I need each of you to make your first combat check.
Okay.
Are we not even rolling initiative?
Nope.
Cinematic.
We can roll with our specializations for martial arts, correct?
If you are trained in martial arts, yes.
I will be
All
bothered.
right.
Team.
Would have been a nat 20. But
You're like,
I
damn
don't
it.
know that helps.
No,
But
still not. Remember,
still an 18.
crits are only. Okay, we got Ozzy at 18, 21, 22. You guys' fights kind of go up. You each take down one Kelzak, but as you're taking them, you guys begin to take down Kelzaks, marking them with basically hitting their weaknesses. But as you do it, they're just more begin to pour in. Artemis, one swings at you. You literally grab it, kind of pick it up, and slam it into another one, and they kind of breaks them both. You kind of jump up and just smash one right in the face and just totally just crush its head, basically. Dare, you kind of go full speed and just hitting like 3 of them, but more. They're just flooding in from the side streets. You're beginning to see Kelzak after Kelzak.
And it's all about quantity and not quality with these guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are.
Pretty much the foot.
Make your second. As you guys begin to feel a little overwhelmed, make your second attack.
Oh,
Oof. Artemis
Yeah,
snap.
look at that
Artemis, that was a critical failure.
Yeah, it was.
Artemis,
Can I only
Oz,
reroll?
Artemis, you come one. You try to grab one. You try to grab one to kind of grapple it a little bit, and it straight picks you up and throws you. You get launched onto your back. You take 1 point of damage. Ozzy,
Okay.
as you go to swing at one, it cuts down and straight uppercuts you. You take 1 point of damage.
Question.
Hey.
Hey.
Is rerolling the. Oh no, it's only power weapon. Never mind.
Yeah, it's only a power weapon, bro.
Right.
we don't really have a lot of the fancy stuff at the moment.
I take a point of damage. You said.
You do, yes. Katie, I need you to make me 1 attack roll, please.
Okay, let me open Boundary real quick.
Imagine after Artemis pointed out that it's quantity over quality for these guys, that we all just got a little dazed, looked around, and was just like, "Oh crap, here we go again."
Yeah. It's almost like we should have met with Rangers so that this kind of thing didn't happen to us.
Well, we were on our way to meet with Rangers.
Yeah, you guys are literally
Yeah.
on your way to meet Rangers. To catch you up, Katie, they're in the middle of combat. They're doing a cinematic. They're in a cinematic combat, and you're in Japan.
Every time I
And
contact
Ozzy
you
is
guys, and
Yeah, and you guys have to go meet the Samurai Rangers to get your powers back. We have to
Right,
find
so-
new dinogems.
it was it any particular attack or just like a normal attack?
It cannot be with a power weapon. You do not have powers.
Okay, gotcha.
Must be unarmed combat. So you're going to roll with might, brawn, or finesse, depending on what type of fighter you are. If you have a specialization in martial arts, that's one thing. Katie,
Not there's specialization in sharp weapons, unfortunately.
as you guys begin to take it off, you hear Artemis, this voice. You hear a voice that you heard recently yell, "Change fire!" As you see all of you look, because this is loud, it's not even an alertness check. At the edge of the crowd, you see this guy pull up in a car. He jumps out. And when he yells, "Change fire," the hood of the car opens up. And a ray kind of blasts over the top of him. You see this armor form around him. You guys don't get a good look at his face initially. As soon as he does, as soon as he gets done transforming, he comes running out. He pulls out some machine guns and he begins to blast them all. He fires them all down.
Hit the deck.
As all of you are all down on the ground, two robots begin to appear, like kind of come around. He goes, as he gets down, as soon as he's done, you see him power down. Artemis, Ozzy, there's something vaguely familiar about this individual. Ozzy, he locks eyes with you. And I need you to make an athletics check for me. Remember, you are tired, so you do have your snag.
Yep. 10.
Just missed.
Woof.
You barely get out of the way of his punch, but he does manage to grab you right here. He goes, "You sons of bitches, it's your fault."
What? Huh? What's our fault?
Okay.
What do we do?
Okay.
What?
Jumps to his feet.
Okay.
Unhand him this
I was
instant.
going to say, at that, Artemis would kip up and get right to him and put him in a hold.
You would
Okay,
try.
everybody-
You go if you're gonna try that. I need you to make a combat check, and he's going to make You've got a DC of 17.
Okay. My specialization is Krav, so
Okay.
that is a hold based. Oh, horrible.
You try to grab him, and he straight flips you on your back. Because while still holding on to Ozzy, you go to grab it, and he just kind of grabs your arm and just flips you.
Okay.
And he goes, "You two, it's your fault
Okay, unknown stranger who is clearly very dangerous.
that my
Let me
son
calm down.
is dead. Ozzy, it's at this moment that recognition kicks in. You've seen this man's face once before at James's funeral.
Sir, it's not what you think. I'm sorry.
Being sorry won't bring him back. Why are you... I'm assuming you're all Rangers. Why are you all here?
Well, if you're going to take it out on both of us, then take it out on both of us and put him down.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, put him down. but no revenge. You want revenge, you fight the things that actually killed him.
Oh, I'll be getting my revenge, but I'll be doing it the legal way. Unfortunately, I don't have any legal jurisdiction here. But I've been stationed in Reefside now.
Okay, so
Ooh,
you don't like us. We don't have any ill will against you. The things that killed your son. That wasn't on either of them. He became a ranger, and we all know what those risks mean.
So, my question is, how do you believe that it's our fault? I'm willing to take the responsibility. Just tell me why.
Fortunately for you, I don't have time for this. I have something I need to do. And he kind of throws you away, kind of like pushes you away, Ozzy. We'll talk later when you return to America.
That's fine. I look forward to it.
And as he's walking away, the two robots that came with him, one of them looks. Are you sure you should be letting them go? They are wanted, technically.
If you
They
want to
didn't.
come arrest us, then come arrest us.
What did you
no,
do?
Artemis. Stop.
Kenji goes, sounds like you guys are caught up in a lot of drama, huh?
He points
This
at
is new.
his fellow ancient China. These two, yes, I did nothing. Did you two do something?
Let's get back
I
in the
think-
car and talk about it privately.
As each of you kind of funnels back in to the car, Kyosuke is still asleep, just kind of like leaning on the window, like
I
just
imagine the
ignore
only
this
time-
entire situation.
I imagine
Ah,
that the
he's
only time
drooling
that
on the
Kyosuke
window.
is actually loud and like blabbers about is sleep talking and immense snoring. And that's all that he is doing right now.
It's so peaceful.
It's such a strange peacefulness, yes, right?
I
Really, really
kinda wanna stick
relaxing.
these earplugs
As you
up my
guys get into the car, you continue on.
nose. Okay, no, seriously, what did you two do that made him so angry?
He did nothing.
From his perspective, that's not the case.
Well, that's why
Hey.
I wanted him to show me the point of what he was talking about, because James was killed by this other Green Ranger that I brought up earlier.
I don't know, maybe
So you guys got into a fight you couldn't win, and it cost him.
We were essentially dragged into it, yeah.
Kenji looks over. He goes, From what I was told, you guys, he shouldn't. He probably blames you because you were part of the leak. Was James's death ever officially announced as to how he died?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's been
It's
kind
not
of
in any record.
like I think they said he died in the attack because like buildings were destroyed and lots of people died. But
But that doesn't explain the robot saying that you guys are wanted.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because
Well, those individuals were from Task Force 7.
well, yeah, the mayor of
Task Force
Reefside
said.
kind of made Power Rangers illegal.
That is
So
Well,
Yeah.
Task Force 7 is an international agency. We've got them here. That was a suit. That was a suit that looked similar to one we have here,
What
but
is that suit?
different.
maybe it's an American pilot program.
It looks It looked very similar to one of the Spectre suits.
Oh, that's definitely not good.
Hmm.
Ozzy puts like his head in his hands, and he's just trying to process everything. And he's like, "Okay, can we get to where we're going? I need some sleep."
Yeah.
We're not gonna have a fun time walking around any city in his general vicinity.
We'll figure it out later.
What's the Spectre program you said?
Well, we have the Wind Spectre program. They're combat systems based on Ranger tech that were developed several years ago. We use them to fend off monsters of our own here. But Task Force 7 is the one who developed them. Although we also have Sentais as well, so
Yeah, well, huh?
Sentais are basically the Japanese equivalent to us.
But not to put too fine a point on it, they gave someone who is very much emotionally distressed and unstable basically ranger powers.
He might have been been initiated before James's accident.
And to be honest, if your son died, wouldn't you be emotionally unstable?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I would.
of course,
But
but
that's a big failing on the part of Task Force 7 and the Spectres not to keep that out of the hands of people who are going to be misusing it later.
case in point, tackling the two of you. That's definitely not something that should be doing. That they should be doing. However, this is neither here or here or there. We need to find somewhere private to have this conversation.
Yeah,
No offense to this car and to you, Master Kenji. However, I would rather be somewhere secluded, much more secluded.
I think he's a worry for later. We need to get our powers back first.
Priority one.
Because it'll be a lot worse for us if he actually starts shooting at either of you two in our current state.
Like I said, let's get where we're going.
later on, each of you, as you arrive at this massive location, like this massive, like sprawling Japanese estate. It's huge, which, as space is a premium here in Japan, means this family is loaded. It is on Shiba-owned land. As you pull through the drive, you guys all look out. You see servants all running around, and they've all got these weird masks on. If anyone who's ever seen Shinkenger, it's those masks that follow around. Kenji takes he offers to take your luggage, and he goes, let me take you to your meeting area. You're gonna meet with Jaden.
There's like all the luggage. There still has the one backpack on his shoulder that he does not allow to be taken from him. It's like, thank you, but no.
I was gonna say Artemis is probably just carrying hers. She's just like, no, I can get my own.
Ewan isn't paying attention to anything right now.
Katie has no luggage.
In a day and a half travel, there's no luggage for Katie.
Mhm.
There's a wide berth.
Keep in
around
mind,
Katie.
And we don't know how long we're going to
She's
actually be here. And you
She's
brought
the
nothing.
one where her luggage got lost on the plane.
I feel like, yeah, that's the problem.
On the United
Species.
flight.
You are led
Long
to this massive large you're led to this large room. And at the head of this room you see Jaden sitting on what appears to be a throne-like structure. He greets you, and that, unfortunately for tonight, is where we will end. We're running a little bit shorter tonight, as next week we're going to have a little bit longer episode.
Ooh. And I'll be able to be here on time next week.
All right. So next week we will be running about a 3 to 4 hour episode, if everybody's cool with that. Just so we can get through the rest of everything that needs to be got through before Koji comes back. We're pretty right on. We're into the last 3 sections of his notes. We'll get you caught up. So.
Ooh.
Now, again, I want to take a moment to say to JDF's family, we're sorry, and our condolences go out to you. From all of us here at Project Squadron, have a good night.
May the power protect you.
And may the power protect you.